Alright guys, 30 seconds till showtime. Get that off the screen. I need a cable.
Where are the cables?
What
do I do with this
Nash,
mic
get
again?
off that board. Where's Carly? Final Cut does not open.
So there's 9 wires here. Which one goes to which mic?
Where are the batteries?
Where do I put this rope?
My hair okay?
Times would say, that's cute.
But it ain't popping.
Found a dead body.
Where the hell's Adia?
What's going on?
We never know what's going on. This is Esom.
Where's Carly's coffee? There goes the coffee.
No!
Okay guys, 15 seconds.
15 seconds?
Why are we always last minute? Ready, Nicole?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showtime.
So my name is Alan. I'm the Director of Operations from Telefunken Electroacoustic.
My name is Bill Ryan, and I'm the Senior Design Engineer here at Telefunken.
My name is Travis Bell, and I'm the owner-operator of the Doria Recording Studio.
We're here at Telefunken Studios in South Windsor, top of the line equipment, top of the line microphones, and because they're the best. That in itself is amazing.
The history of Telefunken is quite a long one, all right? So Telefunken's been around for over 100 years. It was started in 1903, and it was basically a company developed to be at the forefront of communication throughout Europe. Vacuum tubes, speakers, compressors, equalizers, limiters, and all other devices that you use processing or recording audio.
I interrupt this program for an important announcement. Telefunken Electroacoustic originally began in 2000, when owner Tony Fisher purchased an original Telefunken ELAM 251. But when he received it, he discovered that the polar pattern switch was no longer functional. Realizing that this was a common issue with the original unit, the idea to recreate it was born.
One of the things that's very integral to getting a good sound, whether you're working on the road or you're working in the studio, is microphones. Microphones are the first thing that the sound goes through in the process of either broadcasting it out for people to hear it or recording it for later mixing and whatnot. So it's a really important part of the whole recording chain.
Most of our microphones utilize the old and rare technology of vacuum tubes coupled with transformers. So not this microphone per se, but the microphone next to me is a classic recreation using a very old vacuum tube and very unique parts to make it just a really classic sound.
This is a historic. This was designed by the Germans in the 40s, and we just lovingly reproduce it as closely as possible. And that's how this company started, is reproducing these beautiful microphones.
We followed all the guidelines, all the original blueprints, and we basically didn't cut any corners in trying to replicate and bring back this unique sound.
Telefunken is great at going back, looking at the historic, diagrams and building everything to spec as it was. 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Their 251s and all of their microphones virtually that have a vintage counterpart are built to spec. And I think that in itself is amazing because you're getting a vintage new product.
We like to think that we're being responsible by honoring those classic designs and not straying and modernizing or cutting any corners while we reproduce them.
A lot of people have tried. There's other manufacturers that have been around for a very long time, AKG and Neumann, and they all have their good suits, but you just can't get that sound unless you reproduce it that way.
To me, a tube circuit represents a clarity rather than a warmth. It represents just honesty of what you what you are hearing if you were in the room, and but with just enough harmonic distortions and characteristics that make it interesting. Just having a connection, kind of this like grassroots connection with where this microphone came from, touring the facility it came out of, and then leaving with them in my hand, it was a really pleasant, memorable experience.
It's all handmade right here, and it takes as long as it takes. And that's why it's the ultimate microphone.
Why is the Elam 251 a responsible design? I'll tell you why. We basically stopped at nothing to recreate this original product that was originally made in the late 1950s. We brought it back to the market here to the exact historic spec. It was looked at as one of the best sounding microphones from that era.
Telefunken produces a great tube product at a price point that is achievable for the project studio. There's a reason I keep my Telefunkens on the top shelf of the case. They're not only, it's kind of a piece of art, but it's also, they're the best mics I own.
Dreams, ideas, creativity, like people, sprout when they're young. But when we're young, we like a plan, a foundation. So we simply like to be just that. Dreams.
But now, we have the capabilities and opportunities available to us, provided from our school, to help us reach our dreams. With the help of technology, we can now develop our ideas and dream even bigger. Dreams are no longer impossible to achieve. Resources provided to us allow amazing dreams to become amazing realities. Technology lets our dreams become just a little bit more tangible. Creativity goes hand in hand with collaboration, so that our dreams can live.
The current drought in California doesn't just affect Californians or Americans. It affects the whole world since farmers distribute their crops to other countries. With the drought going on in California, flooding in the UK, snowstorms in several states, the Great Lakes being frozen, and the Philippines typhoon that happened a few months ago, and much more crazy weather things going on right now, it is clear that we are living in a world with concerning climate change. We are living in a world of 7 billion people, and you are one of them. Every day you wake up and live your life, you are either helping the earth or destroying it. So which will you choose?
Claire, all I want to do is get to the truth.
I can't be in here any longer.
Claire, you can't go anywhere, right?
I don't believe I'm gonna set you and this whole room on fire.
Is this the security footage from the fire?
Right, I've been binge watching it all night.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here and cause all kinds of trouble.
How are you, Claire?
Fine, given the circumstances.
Claire, my name's Detective Parker. I'm going to be investigating the incident.
Okay, Parker. I know that it's your mission to figure out what happened there, but let's just be real. I have powers. I have problems. Those two don't go together. I would try over and over again to control them. Over and over again. And at some points, I just lose control. And whatever you're talking about in that instance, I lost control. Controlling what I had was like a craft to me, like a dance with my inner devil. But I just blacked out. I can't really answer any of your questions. But if you want, you can blame this whole thing on me, because that's probably what you're going to do anyway.
What was happening?
I need to leave.
Claire.
I can't be in here. I need to leave.
The fire that happened at the orphanage, Claire. What happened?
I have to go.
Claire, you can't.
All you want to do is get me in trouble. They're going to believe me.
I just want to get to the truth of what happened.
Well, we started out when we really wanted to start a business with a social impact, and we chose fashion for two reasons. The first being it had an opportunity to create a large social impact through what we wear, because fashion is one of the dirtiest industries in the world.
Textile waste is a really big problem that people aren't aware of. Mostly people don't know about it because the bulk of it is happening offshore right now. 15% of what the raw materials started. So if you think about 100,000 yards of fabric, you just threw away 15,000 yards of fabric.
Whether we can't continue to do business and to consume and to throw away at the rate we're currently doing so.
Something where we weren't creating any waste, because waste is just as big an issue as what you're wasting.
Because a lot of our designers are doing a variety of different things, from zero waste production to developing new textiles, and all of those things are really experimental. And so what we try to say to the designers is that we are giving you a platform to create and demonstrate that there is a market for these goods, so that these larger industries, or these larger companies within this industry can see that there is a demand. And I think voting with your dollars will definitely drive people to make those changes.
The largest organ on our body is our skin. We ingest things through our skin. Yet, very few people are very concerned about what they cover their skin in 24 hours a day.
Look at the tag. Look what your clothes are made of. Look where they're made. Try and at least buy something that's made in the USA. At least it's not made in a sweatshop overseas. Look into the brands that you're shopping from. Just make a more conscious effort to understand where your clothes are coming from.
You telling your family, you telling your friends, you were already a mouthpiece for this movement.
I feel like there's such a disconnect between in the fashion world, between the consumers and the creators, and I think that's the greatest problem, is that you need to feel some type of connection with your clothes.
Clothes tell a story. They really do tell who you are, because you've cared to pay the attention about who made them, where they were made, how they were made. And they say so much more about you than just what they look like.
Our voices yelling about this and really demanding change in this industry, there will be change. And what I would say that you have to start with something. And I think that when you buy one good from us or one of the other many designers in this sector, you are buying a story that you can be an evangelist for. So
awareness is the main issue with this. People don't seem to be aware that, yeah, you might be getting this item for cheaper, but think about the kind of impact it's having on the people around you. Or not even the people around you, but the people in these far-off places that are making your clothes.
Part of their day-to-day lives, the biggest thing they can do would be to buy from and support eco-conscious brands.
This is fashion inspires everybody. I mean, at its best, fashion is an industry of inspiration. Everybody's connected to it. We all wear clothing. You know, whether we follow fashion trends or we don't, but we're all affected by clothing we all wear.
Together, we can use the power of fashion to catalyst change and reconnect the broken links in the supply chain. On April 24th, wear your clothes inside out to help start the beginning of an industry-wide transformation towards a more sustainable future. Hashtag wear it inside out.
It's December 6th, 2014. It's been a year since the incident. I don't know how to explain this to anyone, and I don't know if I can. But my name is Tara, and this is my story. It all started a year ago on this day, on the bus ride home. It was our usual girls' night. And Logan was being the usual jerk that she was. But I know, inside, she had a good heart.
Guys, it's December 6th. Happy Willie Day!
What's that?
Really? 20 years ago, this boy named Willie Zogby was bullied so bad he had to find a way to escape his torment.
They told me every year in the state someone goes missing. I just can't believe it was. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Everything was going normal.
What are you doing?
We're doing your nails.
My hair.
Yeah. Logan, don't forget to get the bottom of my hair, okay?
Alright, I got you.
I like that color.
You want this color too?
Yeah,
just
we
messed
should
with your
totally
hair.
take a selfie.
Yeah, like before and
and
after.
after.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Smile.
Until I saw it.
He's coming. He's coming.
I could have sworn I saw something. I tried to tell them, but no one believed me.
I swear. Look! No! It's right here! Leave us alone!
I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah. Only problem is, I can't remember what I've forgotten. That doesn't even make sense. Yes, it does. Hey, did you bring the keys? No, you're supposed to bring them. What are we gonna do now? Come with me. Where are we going? To the window. Why? It's broken. We can get inside. Oh. Okay. Okay, take off your backpack. Why? When you climb in the window, you're gonna get stuck. I'm not going through that window. You have to. Come on. Take off your backpack. And smile a little, won't you? Mom left us a note. She's not gonna be home? Nope. Oh, I got it. Here, can you put this on? Hey Chris, Dominic's back from his trip. You wanna say hi? No? Okay. Where you been these past couple months?
I got into, I've just been away, so, thanks.
Bye.
Breaking news. 21-year-old Dominic Russo broke out of the state penitentiary late last night. Police are out for his arrest. If anyone has any details about this man and his whereabouts, please contact the local police. Nina?
Save yourself, Nina! Somebody help! Somebody help! Somebody help! Somebody help, please!
What are you doing here?
He
What's the
got
matter?
her! He got her!
Relax.
He got her! He got her! I need to get somebody! You need to help me, please!
Alright, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Sit down and relax. I'll be right back.
What's up? Yo, my mom's been tooken.
No way. Yo! Okay, alright. See you there.
So bro, no joke, mom is really gone?
Mom is gone.
Yo, I wouldn't know what to do if I lost my mom.
We have to go find her.
Let's go. Alright, I have a plan. Why don't you go to the train station while I check the library with Parker?
I was at the station.
Yo, dude, look at this.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Yo, dude, he has to be here somewhere.
Dude, there he is!
They can't go. Dude, go get mom, now!
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here and cause all kinds of trouble.
You don't have to do this. Come on, man.
Back in 6th grade, you took my mom, and now I have yours.
Dude, I'm sorry, but that was like in 6th grade.
What you mean? 6th grade is one of the worst years of my life. I ain't had my mom in the class. Now!
Yo, we got mom back. Dude, you should be souped. Yo, when are we gonna get my bike back?
Hi, my name's Julie Parker. My friends call me Parker. I'm not your usual girly girl, nor your average person. I go on adventures and find the secrets behind the world beyond us. Perhaps the biggest secret I have explored so far is my own. They say pictures are worth 1,000 words, yet mine spoke for itself.
That was such a great meeting. I'm so proud of you, Parker. Mom, this is going in the scrapbook. Sure is.
While my life seemed great, there were still many questions left unanswered.
Hey, Mom, who's this? Oh, just a friend.
Is that my dad?
Parker, I told you that I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Confused. Yet, the picture had other plans for me.
Mom, I'm going upstairs.
The beach, the waves. It was just like the picture.
Hey, Miss!
Mom? Thank you so much. Are you okay? You look lost. What year is it? 1997. She's kicking, yeah. Hello? She's a girl. We're thinking about naming her Julie.
Listen, Chelsea, I can't do this anymore. I'm having a baby with her. I'll be right there, honey.
I knew this was too good to be true. Right then and there, everything was crystal clear. Mom, maybe if I can't fix the past, I'll be able to fix the future. I went back there for a reason. Only problem is, I can't remember what I've forgotten. Mom!
Trouble. They're gonna believe me.
I just want to get to the truth of what happened.
Wait, help me.
Get off of me.
I knew this was too good to be true. Right then and there, everything was crystal clear.
Nice to see you, Chris. Have the pills been working?
The other voices, they're gone. Except for one of them. They don't affect him.
Explain to me exactly what you mean by that. Do you guys talk?
He's everywhere. I feel his presence. Wherever I go. I can't escape him. 1 second he's there, and before I know, he's gone.
Oh wait, Chris, we've talked about this before. Constantly talking isn't necessarily communicating. How about we up your dosage 50 milligrams?
Missing something, Chris?
And smile a little, won't you?
It's December 6th, 2014. It's been a year since the incident.
Pride attached to what they're creating, and also that it's part of their culture. Opportunity to tell a story with each product.
I think awareness is definitely a huge factor.
Get me in trouble. They're gonna believe me.
I just want to get to the truth of what happened.
How about we up your dosage 50 milligrams?
It's December 6th, 2014. It's been a year since the incident.
I knew this was too good to be true.
Right then and there, everything was crystal clear.
And smile a little, won't you?
I'm Victor Cruz and I am 15 years old.
People believe that all Mexicans have long names.
My name is Dennis McCormick and I'm 16 years old. One stereotype that I hate that people make about me is that since I'm from Africa, I'm not really civilized.
I'm not perfect, I am human.
I'm not perfect. I'm just a human.
I'm not perfect. I'm human. The body is a slave to its impulses, which I think is part of what makes it so hard for us to control ours. Of course, sometimes we have impulses we would rather not control, that we later wish we had. You can control underage drinking. I wish I had. Their crops to other countries. With the drought going on in California, flooding in the UK, snowstorms in several states.
Top of the line microphones, and because they're the best.
That in itself is amazing.
Drag came along, and before then I was like, ew, drag queens, they're ugly and disgusting, and no, and now I'm one. So, funny how that worked out.
Drag is a culture and a phenomenon, dating all the way back to 1953, being used in movies for men to play female characters, to club scenes in New York in the 1990s. Drag has been everywhere.
Drag has changed my life for the better, definitely. It's definitely made me a more happier person. Before Hazel, I was sad. I was a lost and confused kid. Drag Race came around, and when I wanted to be in drag, it started giving me hope. As they say in the drag community, it gave me life. It's like, one of my favorite memories actually was starting to do drag in front of everyone that I knew. I did it again, like I said, I did it when I was 13. I hardly showed anybody. Before Hazel, I was sad. I was a lost and confused kid, because just coming into terms with me being gay, it was always something that you could easily avoid when you were a kid, because it was like, whatever, you had your childhood to live, you didn't really focus on that, because that wasn't a thing to focus on. But as soon as middle school hit, when they started exposing a lot more stuff like gay and things like that, it made me sit there and be like, well, damn, that's me, but I would never want to come out, because I noticed that a lot of kids would get bullied and things, and the way that I was raised, I was kind of raised to believe that it was wrong and that it was not going to be a thing that I should do. So I was just kind of sad. And I had a lot of personal problems, personal demons that I needed to exercise. So, but when Drag Race came around, and when I wanted to be in drag, that brought something else to me. It started giving me hope. It started giving me, as they say in the drag community, it gave me life. Like, I was getting my life after that. So, yeah.
Drag has become increasingly popular due to a reality TV show, RuPaul's Drag Race. In the show, there are 14 new queens that come every season and compete in various challenges in order to be crowned RuPaul's Drag Race champion.
Like, put my big auxiliary, so just leave it on the stage. No, we're preparing for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10, watch out. Okay.
Allison. She is very crazy. She knows her style. Her style is very realized because she loves to go with the goth and very dark look, but she can be versatile at times. Ramon's just that type. He's very pitbull. I feel like I'm gonna get shot for saying that, but he's very pitbull because he's that ladies man that's very Hispanic and very cholo and things. And the next queen is Krista. Krista, she's a new queen, so her style really, to me, I haven't really seen it completely developed yet, but that's obviously because she's just starting out. She's a very happy and very smart queen. She's a bubbly one too. She likes to play the ditzy blonde role, but you know, that's just her. She's really adorable. A serious message that I would have for the LGBT community and any beginning drag queen or king out there, or anyone in between. I would just say, hone your abilities, know who you are, and don't change for anybody. Learn that there's constructive criticism and that there's just plain, straight up rude behavior out there, and just know the difference between the two and learn to take things away from both of them. You know? I mean, you can definitely learn a lot from constructive criticism, but rude comments, you know, the thing that you can take away from that is learning how to tune that out. And also learning how to enhance it. So then that way, when the haters come to your door, you'll be like, oh, you want more?
Try one. Just start smoking. Just take one. Just like them. You'll be just like them.
Smoking can not only cause bad breath, but also causes teeth to yellow and decay over time. Cigarettes alone contain more than 7,000 chemicals, 69 of those pertaining to cause cancer. Isn't that a scary statistic? Another statistic is that 1 out of 5 people die due to cancer. Many people try to quit smoking, and most are successful. However, there are those that struggle trying to kick the old habit. For those that struggle with quitting, alternatives have been created in order to aid the process. One of these alternatives is actually a little dispenser made by the company Pez.
Actually, we became a brand in 1927, and that was the initial marketing campaign and thought behind Pez. It was offered as an alternative to smoking. A lot of the early advertisements, posters, things like that, you would see a burning cigarette with the circle and the slash through it, and it was no smoking, Pezzing allowed was one of the slogans they used for many years.
As previously said, alternatives such as e-cigarettes have been produced to deter smokers from smoking actual cigarettes, although they weren't very responsible in their design. Instead of targeting the epidemic of smoking, e-cigarettes just mimic the action of smoking and are chemically compounded in a different manner. A problem is that e-cigarettes are marketing that it's safer, which may appeal to children and start up an incentive in youth to start smoking.
I think that it's a really bad habit, but you can't get rid of smoking.
I don't really mind it. If it's a person's choice to smoke, it's their choice. It's bad, but I don't think you can do much about it.
I'm talking about they're putting themselves in harm's way, so if they die early, they can blame themselves.
Well, like I said earlier, smoking answers some people's problems, and a lot of people have a lot of problems, and smoking, you can find a cigarette anywhere, so it's the easiest solution. You can smoke almost anywhere. They've started restricting where you can smoke, but it used to be very accessible. People do it all the time, and it's hard to stop doing something once you've done it for a long time.
Was it hard starting?
No.
Why?
Because they're already addicted to it, and they have it's like biting your nails, I guess. You're like, when you have a habit, you can't let go of it unless you really try hard.
Okay.
I think nowadays there's a lot more options and availabilities to quit smoking. I know there's a large physiological aspect to smoking, and I think that's what makes it the hardest part. But nowadays there are a lot more options and ways to quit smoking, cost effective.
It can be if you're not very committed, but if you know you're going to die because of smoking, I think it's very important that you stop. With every bad thing comes things that you can't really help. The fact that cigarettes have an age restriction only makes younger people want to do it more because they feel the need to not have to wait. That's why Europe has less alcoholism rate, because alcohol is legal, so you don't actually feel the need to do it until you want to, not necessarily because you can't. So the fact that they're marketing to younger generation only instills the fact that younger generations already use it because they feel like they can't. So I think it's a smart way to get in money, not necessarily a good way, but it's a smart way.
They know teens aren't going to be able to, and they know that if they are going to, they're going to be breaking the law. And I don't think you should be encouraging the law being broken. But this is a death. This is a company of death.
I think that it's sort of, they're sticking to the whole do what you can to get what you want sort of thing. It's not for the better of the people, but for the better of themselves. But I think, I don't understand why people are spending so much money on tobacco or cigarettes or advertising. A lot of people actually smoke, so I don't know why they spend so much money on advertising.
Dollars on marketing cigarettes that everyone already knows exist, so that's a waste of money that can go to a better cause.
Well, okay, so I don't think the e-cigarette, that's the water vapor, right? I think that's just getting people used to smoking, even though it doesn't have the nicotine and stuff in it. It still's people are still like, okay, I could still smoke this even though it has water vapor or something like that. It's just like, it's even though water vapor is really bad for you still, I don't think it's like a good idea to do it.
That's just a way to put off the harmful effects of cigarettes. Just cigarettes themselves have a lot of bad side effects, and alternatives only lessen that.
Okay.
So I think the really only real alternative is to just stop. Or don't start.
In 1948, Edward Haas III introduced a product in order to solve these problems. Being an avid non-smoker himself, he wanted to create a dispenser in which smokers could shy away from their old smoking habits. From there, Pez grew and widened their audience.
After the dispenser in 1948, we had a design that looked very much like this. This is when it was still being sold to adults. This was the peppermint, and you notice there's no character head on top. These were called regulars. Once we progressed in the early to mid 1950s, we started adding character heads on top, similar to this, and this is when we also changed the flavoring of the candy to fruit flavors, and we started marketing more towards children. And, we got innovative back in the day and decided this also looked like a Pez dispenser, and if you notice, the cab tilts and the trailer pulls out and it works exactly like a regular Pez dispenser does. So we've kind of changed some things over the years to fit with trends and what people are interested in, and that's kind of how we've evolved. Well, we try not to stay too close to the cutting edge of what trends are doing. We like things that are tried and true. We like things that have established themselves as an iconic figure, character status, and we will follow that. We won't hop on the latest trend just because we can. One of our sayings is, just because we can doesn't mean we should. We could have probably sold 1 million Justin Bieber Pez dispensers, but that doesn't make it right for the brand. Going to the moon, we've got astronaut dispensers. In the mid-1970s, we celebrated the bicentennial. We've got Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross and Daniel Boone. And you'll see things progress, characters that came about, and some of the dispensers that we chose were very much a part of what was going on, as part of, the greater country or even the world at that time.
As with any company making its way to stores all over the world, propaganda had begun to arise.
Usually fan-based enthusiasm. If there's not a dispenser for a particular character or event or theme or whatever it might be, fans have oftentimes resulted or have made their own dispensers, I should say. The one I'm holding, Kiss, is a classic example of that. For many years, there was no Kiss dispensers. People wanted them, so they would take Wonder Woman and paint the face to look like Kiss. And while we're flattered by the enthusiasm of that, it is an infringement on our brand as well as Kiss. So to kind of squash that market for those bootleg dispensers, we actually for the first time came up with our own licensed branded dispensers with the permission and license of Kiss last year.
Pez didn't let a small problem stop them from growing as a company. They introduced more dispensers in order to tend to their customers' preferences. In the end, Pez created a responsible design in which everyone could enjoy.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy, the chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
It's intermission time, folks, so hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies, everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now. The show starts in 10 minutes. The show starts in 9 minutes. The show starts in 8 minutes. The show starts in 7 minutes. The show starts in 6 minutes. show starts in 5 minutes. The show starts in 4 minutes. The show starts in 3 minutes. The show starts in 2 minutes. The show starts in 1 minute. now, on with the show.
You see the work you guys are producing? This is fantastic. My name is Matthew Werwood. I'm coming to you from the UConn Digital Media and Design Department in Stanford. I'm really sorry I can't be there today, but I'm really lucky. Mr. Times has been keeping me updated with all the work you've produced this year. As always, absolutely fantastic. You continue to just get better and better each year. I can't wait to see where you're at next year. And I'm really hopeful that we can get to connect in person sometime in the fall. Please keep your emails coming. I love hearing from you all, and I wish you all the best. Make sure you're proud tonight. Doesn't matter if you pick up an award or not. You guys should really, really be proud of your work. There's some really, really talented students. All right, go ESUMs!
What is life? Scientifically, it is the condition that distinguishes organisms from inorganic objects and dead organisms, being manifested through growth, metabolism, reproduction, and the power of adaptation to the environment. But what do we consider life? A mother, father, and child? A chicken and an egg? Or even an apple growing? So, let's start with a little apple seed. I mean, this apple seed goes through its lifestyle. It grows and grows. It gets bigger, full, bam, it's a tree. Then you know what? It's going to start growing its own apples. So, here's how our story starts. There's a boy named Kay. And Kay's walking up a hill. And he sees an apple. And you know what? He's like, let me eat this apple. He takes it, but you know what? Kay's clumsy and he drops it all the way down the hill. So is this where our story ends for our little apple friend? He just sits in the back of a truck now, and, he rides down, and then the truck hits a bump. What? And our little apple goes floating right off into the river. Oh no. A dog named O then came along and scooped up the little apple, and he took it back to his owner. And guess who his owner was? It was Kay, and Kay got his apple back.
Last night was cinematic, to say the least. Last night was Oscar winning. Last night was crazy.
Remember how we used to party up one night, sneaking out, looking for a taste of real life, and in the small town firelight. Sweet 16 when we had arrived, walking down the streets as they whistle high, high, steering police cars with the senior guys. Teacher said we'd never make it out alive. There she was, my real best friend, eyes in her hands, swaying in the wind. Where she starts to cry, mascara running down her little Bambi eyes. Lord, how I hate those guys. This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we burn our foes. Something that we die for, it's so cool. Don't cry about it, don't cry about it. This is what we Everybody knew that we had too much fun. We were skipping school and drinking on the job with the boss. Sweet 16 and we had arrived. Ladies' table dancing at the local dive. Cheering our names in the pink spotlight. In the velvet night. Yo, we used to go break in to the hotel. Then when we swim, running from the cops in our black bikini tops, screaming, get us while we're hot, get us while we're hot. This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put our life first. Something that we die for, it's a curse. So cry about it, don't cry about it. This is what makes us girls. We all stick together 'cause we put our life first. Don't cry about it, don't cry about it. It's all gonna happen. The prettiest in crowd that you had ever seen. Ribbons in her hair and her eyes gleamed mean. A freshman generation of degenerate beauty queens. And you know something? They were the only friends I ever had. We got into trouble and when stuff got bad, I got sent away. I was waiting on the train platform, crying 'cause I know I'm never coming back. This is what makes us girls. We all look for heaven and we put our love first. Something that we die for, it's a curse. Don't cry about it, don't cry about it. This is what makes us girls. We all stick together 'cause we put our love first. Don't cry about it, don't cry about it. Running with rhythm is somebody.
It cause all kinds of trouble.
I got tired of being bullied, constantly being picked on for what I look like, who I am, for existing. All the anger got the best of me, and that made no better than those who made me feel worthless. can't go back to yesterday. I was a different person then. No, it's too late.
What's your problem?
What?
What's your problem?
What?
Get out the way.
Yo!
I'm done being bullied, you hear me?
Why did he butt in? What am I doing? Who am I? What have I become? Should I just end this? What have I done to myself? I'm through with this. I'm done.
Trouble. They're gonna believe it.
I just want to get to the truth of what happened.
It's December 6th, 2014. It's been a year since the incident.
December 6th, Happy Willie Day!
What's that?
Really? 20 years ago, this boy named Willie Zogby was bullied.
Mom, maybe if I can't fix the past, I'll be able to fix the future.
We're never gonna use this. I'm going to sleep. Wait, what? Where are we?
You're in a transformation world. I'm admin, your guide.
What?
Wait, what the heck is that thing?
That's Steve. Don't worry about him.
Why are we here?
I'm here to teach you about math transformations. Duh.
What? Yeah, no, I'm out of here.
That's rotation. You rotate around the center point. And that's reflection. That is when you flip something over the line of symmetry.
Anissa!
And that, my friends, is translation. When you move or slide anything without rotating or resizing. Transformations, see? Rotation. Reflection. Translation. That is your way out.
Today's the math test. Did I even study? Well, I guess I can incorporate into my daily routine. Well, here we go. Let me just rotate into my... Ooh, this isn't it. Maybe if I just... Oh, there it is. Well, when I'm doing my hair, I'm looking into my reflection, right? This isn't even that hard. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, are you ready for that math test?
Yeah, I studied this morning. Well, I'll see you at school, homegirl.
just want to get to the truth of what happened.
It's December 6th, 2014. It's been a year since the incident.
I knew this was too good to be true. Right then and there, everything was crystal clear.
And smile a little, won't you?
Pride attached to what they're creating, and also that it's part of their culture. Opportunity to tell a story with each product.
I think awareness is definitely a huge factor.